Hi, so in this section we will see the much core concept of Python, so called for loop. Okay, for loop concept. This is a practical section of just Anaconda. Okay, and I'll show you a handwritten whiteboard application also, but in a later on videos. Okay, so that your concept would be much better. It is a diagrammatic solution, so you will know how in real life we can use the for loop. Okay, but for now I'm using this Anaconda IDE for the coding part. Okay, so let's come back to the loop. Actually, a for loop is used for iterating over a sequence, what you have seen in the previous couple of videos. We can use this in either a list or a tuple or dictionary or a set or even in a string also. Okay. This is less like the for keyword in other programming languages, and it works actually more like an iterator. Iterator means a looping type of thing. Okay, move one by one, move one by one. This is a iterator actually. Okay, and with this for loop we can execute a set of a statement once for each item in a list, in a tuple, in a set, or in a string also. Okay, so just suppose, let me take an example of Sharad. It is just a variable. Okay, and I'll use list here. List for, let's say, apple, then banana, and then let me take one more, cherry. So let me write a for loop code for x or I, whatever you want to take, you can take. Like this time I'm taking I. Okay, in fruits, in Sharad, sorry. Okay, and then just print I. So what is happening here? If I'll run this, you can see a apple, banana and cherry is printed. Why it is printed? Because this for loop, the concept or the code of this for loop is actually uh, commanding this I. Okay, it is commanding this I, then I, please go to the list of Sharad. Okay, and search, because here we have written in, right? In, I have told you, in is used for finding or searching something. Okay, we have seen in the previous couple of videos also, we have a separate chapter for finding the thing, accessing the list, accessing the tuple and other data types. So here we are commanding I, then I, please search in Sharad. It is a list of three values. Please search in Sharad one by one. Okay, do one by one searching and just print whatever is present in Sharad, a list. So it is printing one by one. First it is going to Sharad, finding the first value, printing, finding the second value and then printing, and then the third value. Okay. The thing is, here the for loop actually does not require an indexing variable to set a beforehand. Okay. What I am saying, let me show you. If you just suppose use a simple example, let's say I want to print I want to print um, the letters of Sharad, let's say. Okay, all the letters of Sharad one by one. Okay, not only it will print the values, it will also print the letters. If you will give a proper for loop concept in any word, it will print the letter one by one also. Just suppose here I am taking for x in, let's say the string is Sharad, and I am giving a condition, just print it, just print it. Okay, find the Sharad and just print it. So what it will do, it will print SHARAD one by one. Okay, because here I am not giving any list, I am referring to a string because I have given it in what, it in inverted comma. If you will write anything in variable form, then variable form don't need inverted comma. You should know this. Okay, if you will write any variable name anywhere, don't put it in inverted comma. But if you will write anything in string, then Python would understand that this is a string or something. Okay. Okay, so hope you understood the for loop actually. Here we have also a break command, what we have seen in the last while loop video. Okay, the break command statement. Okay, so with the break statement we can stop the loop before it has looped through all the items. Okay, so let's say I want to exit the loop when there is let's say same example. Wait, let me copy this. Here I am putting this. So we have three values in the variable Sharad. So I want to print apple, banana and cherry. It's okay. Okay, we already did it. But I want to break when banana come. Okay, when banana will come, let me take one more variable like kiwi. Okay, so I want to break down when it comes to banana so that only apple and banana is printed. Okay, let's say our list is much big. Let's say we have 100 values. I want to break down in 50. Okay, so here also we have 50. Like there are 4, we can drop the list in 50%. So the banana is there. So I want to break in banana. So what we will do, we will just use for x, xyz, anything you can take in Sharad, and I'll put a condition print x, okay, and then I'll write a condition when you are printing, then while printing, when banana will come, when x will see the banana and when x will print the banana, then just break down, don't continue. So what should I have to write the code? If x is equal to what, banana, then I'll again give a condition, just break. Okay, so here what is happening, if x in Sharad, x will go to Sharad and find the values and then it will print, but after printing a condition is there when banana is printed, and if banana, because x value is not banana, so banana is equal to banana means both the condition will true, then just break down. So here when I'll run this, you can see apple and banana is printed, cherry, kiwi is not printed because here it is taking this condition. Okay, but let's say I want to take banana, I want to consider banana as the last point or the second last point. Like just suppose here banana is printing. Okay, it already printed banana, but I don't want to print banana. I can put a condition over here also. Okay, like I want to exit the loop when x is banana. Here we have a condition, right? So if x is banana, but this time the breakpoint comes before the print. So here what will happen, once we will not check We will not check the condition first. We will not print first. First we will check whether it is banana or not. If it is banana, then just don't print. That's it. We will break down. So the same thing will happen, but the thing is, let me show you here. We will use the statement and break comes before the print. You can manipulate, you can change the statement in between, and it will gives you different output. Just suppose, let me take this, let me copy the overall code. Okay, these both code are now same, but I'll exchange the position of print now. We will write print in the last. So what will happen, let me tell you what the actual difference between this. Break command is there and now print. Okay, so now you can see the difference between this is, here this thing is different, Sharad and Sharad is same. Okay, for X in Sharad it will also search, both condition are same, but here for after finding X, after X is equal to banana, let's say, it is printing, but here it is first checking if X is banana or not. If X is equal to banana, means if banana is equal to banana, then just break. Okay, so when here this condition will occur, break will again go to there. Okay, then X will is equal to cherry. If cherry is not equal to banana, then just print. So this thing will, because we are using break, so the loop will end here and it will only print apple. If I'll run this, it will only print apple. Why? Because we are using break here. When it comes X is equal to banana, means banana is equal to banana, just break the loop. Now the print condition will not occur. Okay, it will come out because we have given break command. Okay, so hope you understood. I'll tell you it in whiteboard also. We have a continue statement also, what we have seen in the while statement, the continue statement. Because just suppose I want to skip the banana, I want to print cherry, kiwi and apple, but I want to skip the banana with the help of for loop, then here this continue statement will be helpful. Okay, we will take the same example. Print. Okay, so Sharad is now having apple, banana, cherry and kiwi. Okay, for X in Sharad, if X is equal to banana, then the condition here we will not break. We will use the condition continue, so that it could skip. Okay, so when I'll print this, here apple, banana will be skipped, cherry and kiwi. These four condition will be printed. Okay, let me print this. Apple, cherry and kiwi, banana is now skipped with the help of this continue statement. Okay, so hope you understood the basic difference between normal loop, means the by default loop, by default for loop, and the break statement and the continue statement. Okay, what if you want to do something, if you want to loop through a range? Okay, let me tell you the range function. Look, to loop through a set of code a specified number of times, let's say here we can use the range function. The range function actually returns a sequence of number starting from 0 by default, and we can increment by one and it ends at the specified number also. Just suppose, let me take for x in, let's say, range 6. Okay, and I want to print the x now. What is happening here? Range 6 is not the value of 0 to 6. You should understand it. Range 6 is actually the value of 0 to 5. 6 is a integer. Okay, we want to write 6 values. 6 values means 6 numbers total. So the sixth number will start from where? It will start from 0. It will not start from 1. Okay, you should remember this. If you want to print total 6 number, then it will range will always start from 0. So if we will include 0, let's say, then you can see there are total 6 number, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, it is 6 number, but it if I will write 6 here, then there are total 7 numbers, so the range function will not work. Understood? So whenever you will give a argument in between the round brackets in range function, then just keep this in mind. We have already 6 number which will start from 0, so this will print 0 to 5. Just suppose, let me print it. You can see it printed me 0 to 5. Okay, actually this range function default to 0 as the starting value. However, it is possible to specify the starting value by adding a parameter into it. Okay, we can use here, just suppose if you want to start from 2. Okay, you want to start from 2 but you cannot include 6. So just suppose I want to start from 2, so 2 will be there. I'll use comma like this, but this will print what? This will print only 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's it. If I'll run this, you can see it started from 2 but 6 is not included. Okay, this is the ending of the range, but it is not included. It will not include. Okay, even you can increment it. Just suppose here, let me give, let's say, 30. It is the ending position, right? This is the starting position and this is the ending position, but I want to break down it by 3. Okay, let's say, what I'm saying 3, let's say I want to print first 2, then I want to print 5, then 8, or I can start it from, let's say, 3. I want to break down it by 3 also, this. Then here what is happening, it will start from 3, then it will increment every tab 3 by 3. Okay, first it will print 3, then it will print 6, then 9, then 12, then 15, like this. If I'll run this, you can see 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. It is a incrementation part. Okay, we can increment the sequence. We are what? We are specifying the increment value by adding a third parameter, right, which is 3, and which is adding almost the starting point by 3 by 3, again 3 by 3. Okay, so this is the range function. Very good function for using a random type of things. Okay, now we have forgot to mention else also. Else in for loop, we have already seen this, but let me tell you again. The else keyword is actually in for loop, and it specify a block of code to be executed when the loop is finished, ended. Okay, just suppose we will take example from range. Okay, same range we will take an example. Just suppose I want to print up to, let's say, 30, or up to, let's say, 10 for x in range, and here I am giving the condition, let's say 10. Okay, or let's use every variable. I'll start from 2. Okay, and we will use a parameter. No, we will not use a second parameter. Okay, you can use anything we have already seen in the above example. So the loop will start from, range will start from 2, ended to 10, but not include 10. Okay, so here we will give a condition. We are using the else statement actually. For x in range 2 comma 10, then just print x. Okay, and here else what to print? Let's print let's say it completed now. Okay, so what will happen if I'll print this? You can see after 9 it is printing it completed now, because as per the for loop is ended in when the condition is beyond 9. Okay, it is ended. So for the last statement before breaking through it, it will use the else statement, else print. Okay, the last statement would be else print, and then it will come out of the loop. The for function will end here. So after completing 9, it printed me it completed now, the else statement, the else part. Okay, but here the problem is, if anywhere in this else block, not here, in this else block will not execute if you will use a break function over here and there or anywhere. Just suppose here, let me wait, let me copy this. I'll show you here. Else in for loop, else block will not execute if you will break the loop. Okay, this also you must understand. Let's say for x in range, let it be a very simple example, 6. Okay, for x in range is equal to 6, then if, let me give a condition, if let's say x is equal to let's say 3. Okay, then what? Just break it. Okay, it doesn't matter if you give break in this way, sorry, in the next line or in the same line, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can give it anywhere. So if x is equal to 3, the condition will be it will break, and then it will print x. Okay, print x is almost over because it is breaking. So here, after using breaking, the else statement will not get printed because it is breaked earlier. So if I'll run this, you can see 0 1 2 is printed, means when 3 is equal to 3, then just break it. So that's the reason it is not printing 3. It break down. Okay, if I will give break here, then 3 will be printed, else statement will not get executed. Understood? So whenever you will use break command, use it carefully. don't use before else, otherwise the else statement will not work. Okay, so hope you understood the same thing. Let me increase the cells. Okay, nested loop. What is the nested loop? You have seen this in the previous videos, previous chapters, in the if chapter, I think, right? Nested loop is a loop inside a loop. Hope you remember this. So we can also call this inner loop. So this nested loop will be executed one time for each iteration of the outer loop also. Let's say we have let's say we have an adjective adj of, let's say, some taste buds like red or big, like apple is red, banana is big. Okay, and then cherry is what? Cherry is tasty, so we will write here tasty. Okay, okay, we are taking one variable, and here we will use fruits like apple. Okay, so that apple is red, and then banana is big, and cherry is tasty. Okay, so adjective are also there with a variable, fruits are also there with a variable. So we will use the for loop over here. Okay, and we will print each adj, means adjective, of fruit for every fruit one by one. Okay, we will parallelly print the both the variable so that it could come in a tabular form. So for this we will use for x in adj, then I'll put a condition, and for the same we will do for y in fruits, 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 then the condition, and then we just need to print it. The both loop will go parallelly. We will print x and y, and when we will print, then red apple, red banana, red cherry, big apple, big banana, big cherry, tasty apple, tasty banana, and tasty cherry. All the loop is going one by one. It is a nested loop. Okay, loop inside a loop. So red apple, then red banana, then red cherry, big apple, big banana, and then big cherry. Every value is continuously doing iteration in the another variable's value. Okay, the first variable's value is continuously iterating another variable's value one by one. Okay, this is the same concept. You can do much thing in the nested loop, in the for loop, but you only have to make your own concept how to do it. I can show you the way, but the thing is you have to run by your own. Okay, now I will use the pass statement. So what is the pass statement? Just suppose you are creating a code, okay, and you want to make sure that the code is running successfully, but you have a condition. The project manager has not given you certain things for the condition, but you want to complete the code, and you want this to be done maybe after 1 week or 2 week. Whenever the project manager will give you the condition, then you can put, but you want to complete the overall code. You want to save it. Okay, so what you will do, you will use the pass statement in the for loop, because the for loop cannot be empty. Okay, like just suppose here I am giving for x in, let's say, let me take a list of let's say 0, 1 and 2. Okay, 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, let me give a condition. Just suppose I want to print it or I want to do anything in it, but the project manager has not given me the condition yet. But I want to complete the code. And as I told you, for loop cannot be empty. Okay, but for any incident, for any circumstances, for any reason, you have no content. The manager or someone has a client even has not given you the condition right now, then just put pass statement to avoid getting an error so that you could save it. Here, if you'll run this, nothing will happen because you are passing this right now. You're skipping the part. Okay, you can also continue writing the code in the below side also. Okay, so it is very needed and it is much necessary if you'll work in a practical real world scenario, and it is much needed. That's the reason I told you this statement. Okay, so hope you understood the basic concept behind the for loop, and we will also move to the whiteboard, a handwritten whiteboard. Okay, I will draw how the loop works actually, but in the later on video. Because I am telling you one by one, the reason is I want to show you the actual concept behind the loop and the loop technology, that what is actually happening in the past code. Okay, what is the code actually behind the, which code is working behind this technology. I want to show you. That's the reason I am continuously telling you. I'll show you in the handwritten whiteboard. Okay, so hope you understood this concept. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.